Hello guys, welcome back to Code Fingers, and in today's video we will see how to make this image editor in HTML and JavaScript. So here you can see inside this browser preview we can see this image editor, and it has these various options to edit the image. And I can, if I want, then I can increase the brightness or even lower it down. I can increase the contrast, I can lower the contrast, and so on. So I can do many things with that image. So today we will learn how to make this image editor in HTML and JavaScript. So without any further ado, let's get started. So in today's video I will just talk about the logic behind this image editor, because you can build one easily with your yourself as well, because it is not very hard. So first of all, inside the HTML we have this container, we have this div of id container which wraps everything. So this is this grayish box which is wrapping everything. Then we have our div for the image, and then we have the image inside that div. Now if I wanted, then I could have gone straight for the image. I would have removed these divs as well. But what will happen if I increase this blur is, you can see this image, it's getting out. So that's what I didn't want, and that's why I made these divs around. So if I increase the blur now, you can see it does not escape the div. So for that you will have to make a div to wrap that image. Then we have this div for all the settings. So all of these settings are getting wrapped into this div. Then we have these individual settings, and I've given them their names. So the first one is blur and brightness, contrast, and so on. Then we have the span to display the value of the particular setting. For example, if I increase this brightness, you can see that this also gets increased. Okay, so it's just to display that. Then we have this input. Okay, so this is what is this sliding thing. You can make this by using this input tag, and you can use the type of range to make this. While making a range, you want to give it a minimum value and also a maximum value as well. Now this minimum value is what is the minimum it can go, the range, the minimum range it can go. So in this case you can see it is 0 pixels, because I have defined that the minimum should be 0. And if I take it all the way here, you can see that the value is 20 pixels, because I have defined it here inside this max that the maximum should be 20. So you can do that. Once that is done, once you have all the settings laid out, you can use the CSS to style them. So here we have the CSS, and it's just the basic styling. This once the CSS is done, once you have customized your image editor, you can come to your JavaScript, and here is where all the magic happens. So first of all, you can see this constant of input ranges. So basically it is selecting all these ranges. So you can use this query selector all to do this, and if you want to grab a particular type of input, you can use these box brackets, and you can specify a type range. Because for example, if your image your web app has many input tags. For example, some are of type text, some are radio buttons, some are buttons. So in that case, if you just want to select a particular type of them, then you can use these box brackets, and you can specify type range. Then once we have this array, So basically this query selector all will output an array. So once we have that array, we can basically loop over all of them, and we can run a function, and we can basically add an event listener. So here you can see I'm adding an event listener for every input range inside this input ranges array. Okay, so this event listener basically listens to an input. You can specify it here. There are many types of event listeners, for example, on change, mouse down, key press, and transition end, animation end, etc. So in this particular case, we are listening to an input. So whenever you slide this slider, you are basically giving it an input, and we are listening to that input, and we are basically running this code, this whole code. Inside this code we have 9 variables, and these 9 variables are for all those 9 settings, and basically what we are doing is we are storing the values of these input ranges. So for example, if I move the slider here, then as you can see we have this 11, and this 11 is basically coming from here. So we are basically storing the value of this input range inside this variable of blur, and we are displaying it here. Okay, so once you store all of those values, you can make a settings variable to basically store all those settings. Now we can also grab this image using the const image, and we can take its ID of preview image. So if I go here, you can see that it has an ID of preview image. So we are basically grabbing it, and once that's done, we are taking a settings variable, and we are basically concatenating all of these variables, and basically what we are doing is we are giving it a CSS value. So if you have learned CSS, then you know that there is this property called filter. Inside this filter you have basically all those 9 properties that you can define. So what we are doing is basically we are taking all of these values, and we are giving it a CSS value. So once we store all those settings, and we concatenate all of our variables, you can see here that we are now grabbing all of these spans. So these spans are basically just showing the value to the user. So for example, if I move it ahead, so now it's on 12, so it's just displaying the value. And then at the very bottom you can see that we are taking our image. As you can see, we took our image, and now we are giving it a style, and this is the filter property which I showed you here. So this is this filter property, and we are setting this equal to these settings. And once this is done, once you specify this, your image editor is basically ready. So you can just play around with it. You can increase or decrease values and all, but there is one problem still. So the problem is that we cannot download this image. We can basically right click and we can download this image, but you will get the exact same image. You will not get the CSS values applied to it. For example, if I increase this brightness and if I download this image, then we'll get the default image, which is this one. We'll not get that image with the property applied. So in this case, I have not applied this in my JavaScript, but I'm telling you the concept. So basically the concept is you can have these canvas tags inside your HTML and canvas. So these tags, and basically what happens is JavaScript can actually draw on a canvas. So if you make a canvas tag, then you can basically use JavaScript to draw something on it. So what you can do is you can display your image on that canvas using JavaScript. You can apply those filters and you can download that canvas using JavaScript. So basically you can have a button for downloading it, and you can use JavaScript to download that whole canvas for you. So that's the concept. I have not implemented it inside my JavaScript, but you can do it though. So if you find this video helpful, you can definitely like this video, and you can subscribe to my channel for more videos. And if you want more beginner friendly projects like this one, you can check out my channel. I have many videos discussing them, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.